Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Rocket Rabbit's run-through of Legacy of the Duelist, Part 31, and in this episode we're continuing on with Season 3 of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Yubel has shown herself, and now we have to go through a bunch of plot, except we're actually skipping a bunch of plots, because we skip over the entirety of the Duel World arc. So we never see Jaden actually go into his Supreme King phase. We just are going to go through the Jesse and Zane duel that they use in order to resurrect the school back to the normal dimension.
Dual World. I thought that was the Shadow Realm.
No, it was not the Shadow Realm. It was a Dual World. It was kind of weird because the Dark World monsters were, the leading authority in that world until Jaden takes over. But yeah, it was a Dual World.
Oh yeah, Dark World. I forgot that Dark World was
look,
a thing.
Crystal Abundance. We have our I win button. Haha.
It is refreshing to use an archetype that not only do you get these cute and cuddly little fauna that are associated with each of the gemstones, that gems are pretty and they're nice to look at even in card artwork.
Now, I would agree that specifically Ruby Carbuncle is rather cute, but the rest of the Crystal Beasts aren't really all that cute. I mean, Amber Mammoth is voiced by an Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonator, or Arnold Schwarzenegger himself. I'm not sure which, but
it's probably an impersonator. Arnold Schwarzenegger has probably had better things to do than do VA work for Yugioh GX, brought to you by Cartoon Network.
Konami.
Thank you.
And so Zane is using Future Fusion to reveal Cyber End Dragon in order to send 3 Cyber Dragons from his deck to the graveyard, and then normal summoning Cyber Dark Edge and equipping it with Hunter Dragon in order to hit us for Buku Mondo amounts of damages. Ouch.
I mean, it's not Buku Mondo. I mean, 2,500 is
almost
still
a
less
third.
than 1/3. Right, almost a third, meaning it has to hit you 4 times before you're dead.
Alright, and now Future Fusion is successfully resolves, allowing him to special summon Cyber End Dragon, Zane's, current actual boss monster.
Oh, it's a boss, alright. It's about to boss us around.
And Cyber End Dragon deals a large amount of damage to us. We put the Ruby Carbuncle into our spell and trap card zone, and then we use Swift Scarecrow, which did not exist at this point in Yu-Gi-Oh's history, in order to prevent us from dying.
I mean, Swift Scarecrow, Wing Curry Bow, Battle Fader. The game has many options allow you to shut down your opponent's battle phase so that you don't take a wallop.
And none of them Jesse was running at this point.
Right.
I think technically he may have had a copy of Scrubbed Raid, but that also doesn't exist for the player for the players of Yu-Gi-Oh until 5Ds. So. Alright, now, Crystal Abundance, wipe out the board!
Everything must go.
Everything. Also, I have to actually special summon Ruby Carbuncle as well. I'm worried about having Carbuncle on the field because of its terrible stats, because one of the other Cyber Dark pieces, I think it's Horn. I think it's Horn specifically that has the ability to have piercing damage on it. So it's not really safe to have low defense value monsters on the field.
It should never be safe to have low defense value monsters on the field.
Hey, Exploder Dragon.
Don't you realize that you're leaving your defense position monsters open to total destruction, as well as a butt-clenching amount of piercing damage to your life points?
Yeah. Thanks to Crystal Abundance, Jesse's iteration of Crystal Beasts here is actually a relatively consistent rank 4 deck. However, Xyz don't exist at this point in the game, so he doesn't actually have anything in his extra deck at all. This is the duel where his deck is able to use the dual energy and his dueling spirit in order to successfully resurrect Rainbow Dragon, and then they use Rainbow Dragon to resurrect the school back to the normal dimension. But until the end of this duel, Jesse does not have access to Rainbow Dragon. Mind you, Rainbow Dragon is a much less consistent win con than Crystal Abundance is. Mostly because it's just a lot of attack points, and even with its lot of attack points, it usually isn't enough attack points to to win games on its own.
Yeah.
It's why Topaz Tiger and Sapphire Pegasus are so important for the strategy.
Oh, for real.
Okay, so Zane is officially immune to battle damage, but we need to get rid of the cyber larva that he keeps summoning out in order to open the way for us to clear him out next turn.
Exactly. He's on the ropes, and we're about to kick him in the family jewels.
All right, Zane, what you got? A monster in defense mode. We should be fine.
You're looking like you're ready for a sock full of quarters to the face.
I have been told that a sock full of quarters to the face is extremely painful.
Oh, of course it is. A quarter just by itself weighs about like an ounce. Now, you put 16 quarters together, that's $4 and change now. Now you have a pound. You put $20 worth of change together, now you got 5 pounds. That's a lot of mass.
Alright, so what's happening here specifically is that Marcel's been has been possessed by Yubel.
And we're taking notice of that arm of his. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I've come to stalk you again because the plot line here is squeaky. All right, so once again we have to use Jaden's Neospatian deck in order to deal with monsters that have significantly better stats than we do. Specifically, Marcel, despite the fact that he has the ability to go into Armatile, doesn't really focus on going into Armatile. He actually wants to specifically sit on Uriah and Haman for the most part, and he's actually very good at sitting on Uriah and Haman.
Ah, jeez. Well, let's watch the AI once again flounder in its attempts to summon a really high, powerful monster by going through the ordeal that is assembling the board state and the pieces in the graveyard and the field that will allow you to summon this guy.
Well, it doesn't need all that much stuff in the graveyard, to be perfectly honest. Oh, look, Messenger of Peace.
Oh, it's one part of the board state that he needs. He's trying to hold us off as long as possible. However...
thankfully, we've actually got access to Avion, so...
Exactly. Neo space.
Alright, so Marcel, you got one of the trap monsters? You do! Swamp Mirrorer!
Light was selected. Rock
For the record,
was selected.
he was still supposed to select Fiend for Swamp Mirrorer, but he did not. Bleh.
It is a light rock monster.
And yeah, this is how this duel goes for the most part. From here, we are we are waiting for a way to deal specifically with Messenger of Peace, so that we can actually deal decent amounts of battle damage. Supply squad. Oh, look, a Necro Shade.
But it's still too powerful to actually attack while Messenger of Peace is in play.
Ouch, we have been burned by Coffin Seller for 600 points.
We could sure use a MST right now.
Yes, Jaden, we could use an MST or a Righteous Justice or a Heavy Storm.
I think, Heavy Storm would be killer.
Oh, there's Righteous Justice. Yay!
Nice. Alright, so now we are in business.
Alright, so we want to blow up Supply Squad, Swamp Mirror, Messenger of Peace, and the Face Down.
Beautiful.
It was another Swamp Mirror. Okay, smack him in the face!
For lots and loads.
Thank you, Necroshade. And Marcel's got 500 life points left. Surely we'll be able to finish him off from here, right, Mr. Cloud?
Well, if he tries playing Messenger of Peace again, he can only keep it active for 4 turns. Oh, he was just waiting to put those trap cards down. Those are probably, yep, they're the more trap monsters. I figured it was going to be more trap monsters.
Okay, so I've got Dark Bright, right? Yeah, I've got Dark Bright.
Oh my God! What made them think we were going to summon 3 copies of any of these guys?
Please be enough. Oh, it's Metal Reflect Slime. Dang it.
Do the words tool and box and toolbox mean anything to you?
Okay, so now how do I get rid of Metal Reflect Slime, Mr. Cloud?
Oh, jeez, he actually got one of the Sacred Beasts out.
Uriah, Lord of Searing Flames with 6,000 fucking attack points.
God damn it. Oh, well, that sucks.
Okay, read Dark Bright.
Reading. It's card attacks, inflict piercing, charge, change the defense position, target 1 monster, and then do a thing. Dark Bride!
So, quite thankfully, we happen to have Elemental Hero Avion on our side of the field, because without Avion, we would not win this turn. Damn it! Now we can't win this turn anyway.
Well, we can make it hurt. If this card is destroyed, target 1 monster your opponent controls, then destroy it.
There, we successfully destroyed Uriah. Now, how the fuck are we gonna survive against Stronghold?
Okay, well, he can't just go back into Uriah because he needs more tributes. We have time on our side.
Uriah is still my favorite of the Sacred Beast monsters. I am convinced that Uriah is actually the best of them.
I got Hammond, Lord of Striking Thunder, because when you buy those tins at department store, that it will show you which of the Sacred Beasts was on it, because that was the artwork on the tin. So I got it, and Hammond was in the box, and it was awesome.
I forget. I would have needed to read Fake Hero again to see if it would have been viable to use it here. Oh well.
Well, Necroshade is making this easy now, because we win.
So
switch to attack mode.
Use Necroshade to summon out Neos, and then use Neos to kill Stronghold, and then Avion to attack Marcel directly. Thank you, Avion.
Pummel him to the ground.
Yes. So, U-Bell has revealed itself again. Haha.
Look into my eyes like they need to draw any more attention that she's dichromatic.
Alright. So yeah, U-Bell used to be Jaden's signature monster before he got access to the E-Heroes. Hey, we got a copy of him on. In the next episode, we'll continue on with Season 3 of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Be safe, everybody.